Damini Singh is a force to be reckoned with in the world of fashion, content creation, and social media influence. Hailing from New Delhi, India, she has carved a unique niche for herself as a body-positive advocate and a strong voice for size-inclusive fashion. Her journey has been nothing short of inspiring, as she has continuously broken barriers in an industry that has long been exclusive and rigid in its definition of beauty. Damini's work is not just about fashion, it's about empowerment, self-love, and encouraging others to embrace their individuality, no matter their size, shape, or background. Born and raised in New Delhi, Damini grew up in a bustling, culturally rich city known for its diversity and vibrant fashion scene. From a young age, she was drawn to fashion, art, and expression. Her interest in fashion, however, was not the stereotypical one of a child aspiring to wear high heels and designer dresses. Instead, she was fascinated by how clothing could serve as a medium for personal storytelling and self-expression. New Delhi, a city where traditional Indian fashion coexists with global luxury brands, provided the perfect backdrop for her developing love for fashion. However, Damini's journey to body positivity wasn't straightforward. Growing up in India, where mainstream media and fashion often promote a specific body type, usually slim, fair-skinned, and conventionally attractive, Damini faced challenges and societal pressures regarding her appearance. Like many young women, she experienced the weight of societal expectations about how a woman should look and behave, but rather than conforming, she chose to challenge these norms. She also drew significant influence from international movements of body positivity and size inclusivity, where global icons like Ashley Graham and Tess Holliday were making waves in advocating for body diversity in fashion. These role models helped Damini to envision a space for herself in the fashion industry, not as someone who needed to fit in, but as someone who could redefine beauty standards in her own way. Damini's entry into the world of fashion began organically. With a natural flair for style, she started documenting her outfits and personal style on social media, particularly Instagram. What started as a hobby soon turned into a passion as her content resonated with many who found her sense of style refreshing and relatable. Unlike many fashion influencers who focused on luxury brands or runway trends, Damini showcased fashion as something that could be both luxurious and accessible, with a strong emphasis on size inclusivity. It wasn't long before brands began to take notice of Damini's growing influence. Her followers appreciated her authenticity. She was not trying to fit into the mold of the perfect influencer. Instead, she represented the everyday woman, someone who loved fashion but didn't always see herself reflected in it. This relatability made her a sought-after collaborator for brands looking to tap into the growing movement of body positivity and size inclusivity. One of Damini's core missions as an influencer is to promote size-inclusive fashion. In an industry that has traditionally been exclusionary, especially in India, where plus-size fashion is still gaining momentum, Damini's work has been revolutionary. She firmly believes that fashion should be for everyone, regardless of their body shape or size. Her social media platforms became a space where she not only showcased fashionable outfits, but also opened up discussions about the need for more size-inclusive options in luxury fashion. Her collaborations with fashion brands have consistently emphasized this point. Damini works with both high-end luxury brands and more accessible fashion labels, but in all cases, she advocates for the inclusion of extended sizing. Her personal style is a mix of contemporary and classic, effortlessly combining luxury with comfort, and she demonstrates how fashion can be both size-inclusive and chic. Damini's advocacy doesn't stop at fashion. She also speaks candidly about the mental and emotional challenges of living in a body that doesn't fit societal ideals. She encourages her followers to embrace their bodies, no matter what size they are, and to reject the notion that self-worth is tied to appearance. Her posts often feature heartfelt messages about self-love, body confidence, and the importance of redefining beauty standards. While Damini is deeply invested in promoting size inclusivity, she is also passionate about luxury fashion. In India, luxury fashion has often been synonymous with exclusivity, both in terms of price and the limited sizing it offers. However, Damini believes that luxury should not be limited to a specific demographic or body type. Through her work, she has been able to challenge this notion by collaborating with luxury brands that are open to expanding their size offerings. Damini's love for luxury fashion doesn't stem from a desire for status or exclusivity. Instead, it is rooted in her appreciation for craftsmanship, design, and the history behind luxury brands. She often highlights the importance of quality over quantity and how investing in timeless, well-made pieces can be more fulfilling than constantly chasing fast fashion trends. Her approach to luxury fashion is sustainable, and she encourages her followers to think critically about their consumption habits. Moreover, by championing size inclusivity in luxury fashion, Damini is helping to democratize an industry that has historically been exclusionary. She believes that everyone should have the opportunity to enjoy beautiful, high-quality clothing, no matter their size. This philosophy has made her a trailblazer in the fashion industry, particularly in India, where luxury fashion is still evolving in terms of inclusivity. As a content creator, Damini is known for her authenticity and her ability to connect with her audience on a personal level. Her content is not just about looking good in fashionable outfits, but also about the stories behind those outfits, what they represent, and how they make her feel. She often shares the process behind selecting her clothing, her thoughts on the fashion industry, and her experiences as a plus-size woman navigating a world that often prioritizes thinness. Damini's content is not confined to fashion alone. She also delves into broader topics such as body image, mental health, and the importance of self-care. Her platform is a safe space for her followers, many of whom look to her for guidance and inspiration on how to navigate their own body image issues. She speaks openly about her own journey to self-acceptance, which has not always been easy. Damini's vulnerability and openness have endeared her to her audience, making her more than just an influencer, but a role model and a source of inspiration. Her influence extends beyond her online presence. Damini has been invited to speak at various fashion and body positivity events, both in India and internationally. She uses these platforms to advocate for more inclusivity in fashion and to challenge the harmful beauty standards that still dominate much of the industry. Her message is clear: fashion is for everyone, and beauty is not defined by size. Damini Singh's influence in the fashion industry cannot be understated. She has been instrumental in pushing for more size inclusivity, particularly in the Indian fashion scene. While global brands have started to adopt more inclusive sizing, India's fashion industry has been slower to catch up. Damini's work has played a crucial role in bringing attention to the lack of size diversity in Indian fashion, particularly in luxury fashion, and in pushing for change. Her collaborations with both Indian and international brands have helped to shift the conversation around size inclusivity. Brands that once only catered to smaller sizes are now beginning to expand their offerings, thanks in part to the growing demand from influencers like Damini, who have highlighted the need for more diversity in fashion. Through her work, she has proven that there is a market for plus-size luxury fashion, and that fashion brands can no longer afford to ignore this demographic. Damini has also inspired other influencers and content creators to speak up about size inclusivity. Her success has paved the way for a new generation of influencers who are challenging the status quo and advocating for more representation in fashion. She has shown that it is possible to be successful in the fashion industry without conforming to its traditional standards of beauty, and her work continues to inspire others to follow in her footsteps. While Damini's professional achievements are impressive, her personal life and philosophy are equally inspiring. She believes in living authentically and unapologetically, a mantra that she carries into every aspect of her life. For Damini, fashion is not just about clothes, it's about self-expression, confidence, and empowerment. She often speaks about the importance of self-love and acceptance, encouraging her followers to embrace their individuality and reject societal pressures to conform. Her philosophy extends beyond fashion. Damini is a firm believer in the power of positive thinking and self-care. She advocates for taking care of one's mental and emotional well-being, as well as physical health. Her posts often touch on the importance of setting boundaries, practicing gratitude, and finding joy in everyday moments. She believes that true beauty comes from within, and that confidence is the key to feeling good in your own skin. In her personal life, Damini enjoys exploring new cultures, traveling, and learning about different fashion traditions from around the world. She is passionate about sustainability and is always looking for ways to incorporate more eco-friendly practices into her fashion choices. Her love for travel has also influenced her style, as she often incorporates elements of global fashion into her wardrobe, creating a unique blend of traditional and contemporary styles. As Damini continues to grow her influence in the fashion industry, she shows no signs of slowing down. Her mission to promote size inclusivity and body positivity is more relevant than ever, as the fashion industry begins to shift towards more inclusive practices. Damini is at the forefront of this movement, and her work will undoubtedly continue to shape the future of fashion.